guys, how are you? Welcome back to my channel. On today's video, I want to do my finale for the 20 favorites in 2020. And even though the year is not over, I want to film other videos and I want to focus on the things that I purchased that I showed you on my haul. And I just want to be done with this project. The products that I'm going to show you that I didn't finish, there's no way that I will finish except for one of them by the end of the year, and if that's the case, you will see it on my empties and I will mention that it was part of this project. But I just want to move on to trying my new stuff and mixing it up and shopping my stash, like a winter theme shopping my stash edition and something just different. So I don't want to be focusing on these products for the rest of the year. It's just not something that I want to do. So if you want to see my finale, how I feel about this project pan and my goals, if I reached them, if I didn't, what products I didn't finish, what products were easy for me to use, what products I didn't love at the end, even though this is my 20 favorites in 2020, then just keep on watching. Okay, so to start, I want to tell you about the products that I already finished from this project. I have here a little sheet that I kept everything related to this project, and I'm happy to say that so far on my last update I finished 14 products. My goal was to finish 20 products and I didn't reach it, I have to say, but I'm pretty close to reaching it, and maybe even after I do this finale, like I said, on my empties, you will see the products that will complete the 20 favorites in 2020, and I just want to talk about each product for a little bit. So for the products that I finished, first, the Too Faced Snow Bunny Bronzer. I used it more as a highlighter. That was a wonderful product. Each of those products, I will leave them linked below. That was an amazing product. I have a backup of that product and now it's been discontinued, but I love it. I find that to be an amazing highlighter. It can be subtle if you want it to be subtle. You can wet it and it can look pretty. It can look tan. It can look pink. It can look sort of champagne. So it's a wonderful, beautiful highlighter. Then Nars Orgasm. I don't have that anymore in my collection. I miss it. That's one of my most used blushes. I will repurchase at some point, but I have to go through a few blushes or just declutter a few blushes to bring that one into my collection again. But so far I've been loving Nars Orgasm X and the few blushes that I got as a gift from one of you guys. MAC Enchanted one. That's my favorite lipstick, and I have to say that I miss the formula. I have one that's a dupe for it. Color wise, in a way, it's a little bit different, but it's almost the same on the lips, but it doesn't make me as happy as that one. I saved a little bit of Enchanted one in the case that I can go to a Bite Beauty or a lab. You guys know those labs that you can make your own shade of lipstick. I would like to do that at some point. The Benefit Hula, I had a mini size of it. I love it. I have a Hula on one of my face palettes that I love. I have the shade Caramel and the regular shade, and I think that's one of the most beautiful bronzers, and this project made me realize how much product comes in a mini. So at some point I will do the math and see if the mini sizes from Benefit are worth it, and if they are, I will purchase the mini Hula and I don't have to have the huge size if the math makes sense, because if I buy the full size I will finish it as well. So it wouldn't make sense for me to buy the mini if I will go through a full size if the mini ends up being more expensive. The Benefit Precisely My Brow, I guess after finishing that one I finished a few other Precisely My Brow pencils because that's my favorite brow pencil. Right now I'm hooked with the Goof Proof by Benefit as well, but I prefer the Precisely, and I purchased it on my haul. If you haven't seen it, I'm gonna leave it someplace on the screen. Then for the Makeup Forever Aqua Lip in the shade 1C, I would like to repurchase that, but I have two of the 3C Makeup Forever lip liners, and then I also have a few Laura Mercier lip liners that I really like. So I would like to go through at least 3 of them before purchasing the 1C again, and I would also like to purchase the 2C. For the By Beauty Agave Lip Mask, I was so regretful that I didn't get to buy the one that was on sale at the beginning of the year for about $6. I felt so bad that I didn't purchase it. I was so in love with that lip mask. Now I'm not gonna purchase it. I find it to be too expensive, not because the product is not worth it, but because it doesn't come in the red shade that I love to use even on an everyday basis during daytime. I love to use the product at night, but during the day I love applying it. I'm not a lipstick kind of person. Even though you can see me wearing lipstick on my videos, I almost always eat it up and then I will have to apply a lip balm or my Le Rouge Perfecto in Perfect Pink, something to keep my lips moisturized but also give them a little bit of color. Even if I'm in my house, I don't want to look pale as if I were dead, and that's the way my lips look if they're not nourished and moisturized. And I prefer always a tinted type of balm or a tinted type of lip mask for my lips. So I can't turn back time. Eventually I will purchase it. I repurchased that a few times already and went through it. I guess that a tip for you guys is a product is worth it as long as you have the budget to purchase it. And then not only that, but if you purchase it and you go through it, because that means that you got your money's worth. A product that you buy, even if it's $1 and you put it in your collection and never use it, that's $1 that's wasted. But if you spend $26 and you had the budget for it and you finish it completely, that's just for me a nice option and something that I would highly recommend. And those are a few questions that you can make yourself before purchasing a product. The Hourglass Diffuse Light. I love this type of powder. I love the ambient lighting powders. I have Radiant Light now on my makeup artistry kit, and on my everyday makeup drawer I carry my Mood Light because I want to finish that. And then I would love to have only Radiant Light for my ambient lighting powders. If you saw my makeup haul, you know that I purchased the Ambient Lighting Infinity powder, and this one is just a mixture of powders. I have to read more about it before giving you guys a review. This is, I don't know, I'm still trying it out. It buffs the skin beautifully, but I don't know yet if it's gonna be better than my Radiant Light. But the Hourglass ambient lighting powders are for sure a favorite, and they still are. I just think that the Diffuse Light, Mood Light, Dim Light, and Ethereal Light are not the ones that I would keep repurchasing. But Radiant Light I will repurchase always. The Cuddly Serum, it was a tiny little bottle. I love that. I find it to be amazing on the skin. It's nourishing, but it feels like a gel. My skin eats it up and it feels nourished, but it doesn't feel oily or it doesn't leave a residue on my face. The Benefit Roller Lash, I finished that mascara. I'm happy that I finished it. I love the curl that it gives to my lashes, but I prefer more of a volumizing mascara. If I have to recommend one mascara for volume that I love this year and that I will repurchase at some point when I finish the mascaras that I have on my mascara collection, then it would be the Lash Freak by Urban Decay. The L'Oreal Primer, I finished my last one and I didn't repurchase. I've been missing it. So right now I'm using a Roller Lash that it's a brown mascara that I have that I opened a while ago, but I haven't used it. And I'm using that as a primer. Actually today I'm using it as a primer, and I will use that up and then I will go back to purchasing my L'Oreal lash primers. The Sun & Park Beauty Water, oh my goodness, this feels like forever since I finished this. This was a toner. I don't have any toners right now. If I were to buy a toner, I would prefer to buy the Tea Tree by Lush. It helps me with the humid weather, with my oily skin, better than the Sun & Park. But if you have a drier skin type and you live in a colder weather, that one is more moisturizing for sure. The COLORBEATS Micellar Cleanser was a dot for me. It didn't work. It was too oily and it was supposed to be oil free, so I didn't like that. And then the Armani Luminous Silk Powder Compact, amazing, amazing, amazing. I would buy that again, but it just would have to be on my shade because that one I used up as a bronzer. Is so lightweight, it's so beautiful, and it's so natural on the skin for a powder. So I would highly recommend that as well. So those are the 14 products that I finished so far on my last update, and now I'm gonna show you the ones that I have currently that I haven't finished. Then I'm gonna show you my 3 empties that I have for this update, and then I'm gonna tell you my overall thoughts for this project. Okay, so the first product that I have here, this is the Stila Kitten eyeshadow. This is a lovely eyeshadow. It's a champagne shadow, but it's so glowy and beautiful. This is perfect for this time of the year, and this is perfect for every day of the year. When I put it on this project, I would put it on a C palette that was separate from my huge C palette, and that's why I didn't reach for it. That's what happened with a lot of the pan products that I put in a C palette for this project. But after I place it on my huge Adept, it has my Franken Palette from Natasha Denona, I reached for this one more. If you go to the first video that I showed it, the pan was big, but it wasn't as big as this one, and now the edges are thinner. So I know this eyeshadow, I will keep it on that palette forever, and I know I will keep doing that palette and redoing it because one of my goals is to finish or to hit pan in every Natasha Denona shade that I have. So I will keep that one there, and a champagne shade is never something that will be left out. And I can't seem to find this eyeshadow anywhere. I think they discontinued it, but this is just a stunning eyeshadow, and the formula is just way ahead of its time because this is an old one. I went through one of these before a while ago, and then I repurchased it, a full size of it, a single mascara, a single pan. And for me to hit pan in a single pan of eyeshadow, it's really hard. So that's how much I love it. So the past few months I've been using it way more, and I haven't forgotten about it. And I use it as a brow bone highlight, as an inner corner highlight. If I do a cut crease, that's the color that will go over my concealer and stuff like that. The Too Faced Sun Bunny Bronzer, this one came with pan when I started this project, but now the pan has been expanded, and also it's thinning out because I've been using it these past couple days. This was my only bronzer that I used yesterday, and I loved it. I will have to put it as the only bronzer that I pick out until the end of the year. Maybe I will finish it, maybe, I don't know yet. But for this project, this is gonna be done. I will keep it in the palette that I have it, and I will see if I can finish it. But this is a wonderful product. I wouldn't purchase the full size of it because I have other shimmery bronzers, and I'm not that into shimmery or sheeny bronzers. But this is a great one. The Too Faced bronzers are wonderful. It doesn't matter which one you choose, they're truly wonderful. The formula of them is amazing. Too Faced, they never blow me away with eyeshadow palettes. Well, the last one that I purchased is amazing, but they don't blow me away usually. But with bronzers, they do blow me away always. Like the bronzers that I have from them, I have finished, I have gone through a few of them, I have repurchased. The Snow Bunny bronzer or highlight I repurchased, and I finished one. It's not an easy thing to do. So I love their cheek products. In a way, I haven't tried the blushes except for the peach, Papadon peach one. But the bronzers are insane. My Givenchy Le Rouge Perfecto in the shade Spirited. I wanted to purchase Perfect Pink, a backup, now that it was on sale at Sephora. I think today is still on sale for $26. That's my favorite lip product of all time, and that's saying a lot. This was a limited edition shade. I thought it was more on the red side, but it's more on the orangey side, as you can see. I'm gonna do a swatch right here. It's more orange. So sometimes when I'm not wearing any makeup or when I'm not doing like a heavy look, I have a little bit of yellow on my skin, but I'm more on the neutral side, and all over I'm more neutral to cool tone. I'm not that, I don't have that much warmth all over. On my hair you can see sort of highlights that I got from my dad. He's a redhead, but overall I'm more on the cool tone side. So orange really kills me. And even though I love it, I love peaches, true oranges, unless I do something with my makeup that's complementing my skin or just creating a different type of tone for my skin, it doesn't look right on me. So I will finish it up. I actually used it more than I thought I did, and I will finish it up eventually, but I wouldn't purchase a shade like this ever again. I will go back to Perfect Pink. I still have a little bit left. I don't want to run out, but Perfect Pink is the shade for me. This one I will keep on my everyday makeup drawer until I finish it. So you guys, this is the 24-hour brow setter by Benefit, and this one, it's still going strong. I thought it was running low, but every time I remove it from the little container, it still comes up wet. I use this almost every single day for the entire year, and it's still going strong. So I will tell you guys that buying one of these, if you love to set your brows, is worth it. For me, even though this is not a cheap product, for me, if something will last you over a year for the price, whatever the price, the cost per use is not that much, and it will really set your brows. I love it. I'm wearing it today. After I did my brows, I combed this one through. I love the flat the flat doe foot or the flat brush that it comes with, and it's a nice product just to push your brow up if you like an organic eyebrow look and you have hairs already. I don't have a bold brow, but I don't have a bushy brow either, so I love that to just set my brows and make them look as if I had way more. And if you use it after doing your brows with a pencil and then doing gimme brow and then doing that one, you will have amazing brows. The Rimmel Nude Liner, this one I have only this tiny amount left. I thought I wasn't gonna use it ever again because this year I've been so into black liner, but I've used it and it's been used more lately. And I find this to be the best nude eyeliner because of the price point, and then also because it stays on the waterline. I have a backup of this one because last year I went through 2 or 3 of them and I really like it. This year I was more into black, like I said, but these, maybe you will see it on my empties before the year is over. The Lancome corrector, this is the Tinted Ultra Wear. These I use almost every single day for the entire year. Maybe 30 days of the entire year I didn't use this product because I didn't feel the need to do it or I was on a rush. But these I use almost every single day and it looks amazing. It doesn't look amazing because you don't see it, but it makes your under eye look brighter because it color corrects whatever you have on your eyes. So I would truly recommend these because a little bit goes a long way, and they have different shades, and you can see. I'm gonna push it to see where we're at. It's almost half the product. This is how we're doing. And this is the fattest part of the little squeezy tube, and it still has a little bit right here. So you can see how much this has. I don't know, I will never finish this by the end of the year, but next year you will see it on my empties for sure. This I like. I'm not obsessed with it because it's not a product that you just fall in love with, but it's a necessity in my collection and it blends beautifully under my eyes. So it's an amazing product. It's just that it doesn't make me excited to reach for it because I truly preferred if I didn't have to add another step to my routine. But I would highly suggest you picking this up if you don't want to spend a lot of money on correctors and you go through them quickly, because this one, it's amazing for the price that you pay for it. It lasts a long time. The COLORBEATS Lifting Serum, I think this one will be done by the end of the year and you will see it on my empties. And it's just a nice serum. It makes your skin feel a little bit tighter before applying makeup. I said that I didn't want to waste it and use it on an everyday basis, even if I could finish it, because it's just something that if I'm gonna go out, I want to reach for. But if I'm not gonna truly go out, then why waste it? If it's that type of product that you want to use when you're going out, it's just not something that I want to waste. But I know that since it's December, this may be over by the end of the year. The Lancome SPF 50. And then I decided to purchase or to truly look for an SPF that would work for me, because this one showed me everything that I don't like from SPF. I don't like it to make me smell like SPF. I don't like the white cast that it leaves. I don't like the oily residue. Even though this is an oil-free type of SPF, it just felt heavy on my face. I don't like the way this mixes with foundation, and that's the reason why I actually purchased, and you probably saw this on my haul, the Unseen sunscreen. So it's gotten this one and using it for the first time. I've used it every day. That's what I want for my sunscreen routine, or that's what I want for my sunscreen, that I want to reach for it every day. This has even been a product that makes me not go through primer, because I use this as a primer as well, and it feels wonderful underneath makeup. I'm wearing it today underneath my makeup. Its smoothing is amazing, so I will leave that link below as well. But this one I've been using on my chest recently, and I will use it up on my chest until I finish it. I just wouldn't recommend it for my face unless you want something that feels extra hydrating. This feels like too much for me, and it feels like my makeup will separate. I would take it to the beach maybe, but I wouldn't just put it underneath makeup anymore. I just don't like it. And it's basically half gone, and this is probably expired, but who cares? It will not do me wrong to put it on my décolletage, even if it's expired, because I'm not in the sun, I'm not going out that much, and if something like the lighting that I used to film, if it can help a little bit, then so be it. If not, then I'm okay with it. And then the last product before showing you my empties is the ColourPop Launch Money. This was a complete fail because I used it in the entire project about 4 times, and that's not what I wanted for this product. I wanted to finish it up. I know that this is a nice product. I went through a ColourPop highlighter, I think it was last year, and these look beautiful on the skin. They look beautiful in your body. They are pretty, and they are so affordable for what they are. They give you a sheen on the skin that's really nice. So yeah, this was a complete fail. I know that I will not finish this anytime soon, but it's not a product that has gone unloved in my collection. You can see that I hit pan and that the edges are thinning out. So even though I didn't use it on this project that much, I've used it and I appreciate it before. Okay, and now for the 3 products that I finished. I finally finished my Lip Maximizer by Dior. I would probably get like 2 uses left if I wanted to. If I remove the stopper, I could probably get more uses. I miss this, I have to say. I truly do miss it. This makes your lips feel like you had lip injections or something like that. Not that I've had them, but it makes me feel like my lips look super plump and beautiful. And these I enjoyed a ton. You can see that I scraped it a lot, and there's a little bit left in the bottom, but I even put it like this and then started to pull out what was left right here. It's just too much of a hassle to keep trying to finish it. And when I started it this year, you can see where it was at. So it was basically full, and I finished it completely. This would be a product that I would use when I was prepping my skin, or just to apply it to refresh a lipstick, or just on its own. It's a stunning product. I would repurchase, and I would have only the Fenty Glow lip gloss, then the clear one from Fenty that I've been wanting for a while, and then this one, and I would be happy. I would be happy with them. And then something like the Marc Jacobs Sugar, because a pigmented nude one, then one that it's like this one, that's a plumping one, and then the Fenty one that gives me color when I want to only apply a lip gloss, and the clear one just to refresh everything, or just to make any lip color. Just do it without the shimmer, because I have the milk one from Fenty, and that one leaves a shimmer to the lips that I don't want all the time on top of lipstick. I finally finished Warm Soul by MAC, and this is another blush gone from my collection. I'm so excited that I finished this. I tried to use it a lot more, and it was basically gone in a few more uses after I showed you last time. And this is the old formula. I will not be able to repurchase it. I don't know if I will purchase the new formula. I have so many blushes that I love. If I end up decluttering a lot of blushes, then I will maybe go back to it. Let me see if I can do a swatch with it. You can see it sort of right there. In the corners I have a little bit left, so you can see it. This is such a beautiful shade, and it has a hint of pink and shimmer. I will miss it, because for me to go through an entire blush is just no small feat. I was thinking to add up Alpine Bronze, which is the other MAC blush that I have that's similar to this one but more on the cool tone side, and it's a beautiful blush, limited edition, discontinued, and I wanted to put it in a project pan next year to see if I could finish it. But the truth is I'm doing the blush project. That's not such a good idea, because I prefer to rotate my entire collection of blush and just focusing on one and finishing only one. I want to use them all, and I want to see which ones I love. I want to give you guys reviews and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm happy that I finished another blush. And then last but not least, this will be missed so much. This is my MAC Strip Down, and you can see that I couldn't use it anymore. It's gone. It's so little. At some point when I finish a lot of the lip liners that I have, I will repurchase. This is just so wonderful, and it was basically my lip liner for the entire year. I know people go through lip liner. Let's do a swatch. This is a swatch right here. It's a beautiful shade. I know people go through lip liner super quickly sometimes, but that's not the case for me because I only use it on myself. So I sharpen it and then I will do my lips and then that will be it. So I don't have to sharpen it every time I use it because that would be wasteful, and it lasted me for a long time. So counting those three products and adding them up to the 14 that I had, I finished 17 products on this project. And if everything goes smoothly, maybe I can finish this one applying it on my décolletage by the end of the year. I know I can finish the skincare serum. Maybe I will finish the liner, and maybe using it every day I can finish the bronzer. So let's just see how it goes. This one, maybe you will see it on the empties on January next year, but I will use it as much as I can on my décolletage for every day. This I know you will see it gone. So if I finish 3 of those 4 products that I just showed you, I would have 20 products gone that were on these 20 favorites in 2020. So that for me is enough. It makes me super happy to have been able to use up products from my collection and to give them and show them some love. That's the project for the year for me, loving my stuff and fixing my finances. And using my makeup helps me to not spend that much money because I know how long makeup takes to use up, even when they're your favorites. So I know at some point of this project, a few updates, I said that this project was pointless because it was using my favorites and I wasn't mixing it up with products that I don't like to use. And the truth is that when it comes to project panning, and I love project panning is it's just one of those things that you have to be careful with, because when you're focusing on 20 products, and then I had like 5 project pans or 6 or 7 project pans throughout this year, when you're focusing on products that are in project pans, you forget about the rest of your collection. So it's not only that this project had only favorites, it's just that I wasn't focusing on the rest of my stuff that I have and I should love and that it's also wonderful. So what I want to do for next year is to keep it light on the project pan, like things that I don't like switching up, like concealer or foundation or something like that, and then powder, and trying to just lower the amount that I have in my collection for complexion products. But then when it comes to blushes, bronzers, highlighters, face palettes and stuff like that, I would love to do just shop my stash, pan that face palette with a rotating palette and stuff like that. I just want to love my makeup and I want to rotate it, and I want to do my makeup with different things that I have and that I've put my money towards. So it's something that I've decided, and maybe the next year is gonna be a year to shop my stash more often than project panning, even if I'm doing project pans, because I will keep doing the Roulette project pan collab, I will keep doing the Partners in Cream project pan, and I will make sure to have a pan that face palette, a pan that palette, and I will have a sort of a yearly project pan like this one. But the focus on the products will be different, and I will make sure to do some rules on my project pans that will help me rotate my collection. So that's it, and that's my input on the project. I'm so happy that I did it though, because I finished so many products from this project alone. If you want to put something orange down below, that would be amazing as an emoji, or something that reminds you of the word spirited as an emoji for today. Let me know if you have done a yearly project pan and what project pans you would like to see from me next, so that I can pick and choose the project pans that I will do on my channel and be more conscientious about them. So that's it, you guys. I love you, and I guess I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.